Hi, I'm Spyder. I'm back from Halifax, Nova Scotia, Canada for another YouTube session. Okay, as you see on the monitor in front, titled CFL Really Dropped the Ball. CFL Needs Spyder's CFL Red Zone Rule. And before you watch this new session, it's very important and very crucial that you watch my Part 1, Part 2, Part 3 YouTube sessions on Spyder's proposed new CFL Red Zone Rule. Okay. The Part 1, the intro part, and how and why I come up with my CFL Red Zone Rule, and Part 2, the presentation itself that I made to the Commission of the CFL on January 31st of 2018, and then Part 3, the decision that the CFL made. Okay, that's all three parts. It's very important that you watch Part 1 first, Part 2, and then Part 3. Okay, under Spyder's proposed new CFL Red Zone Rule and Spyder's CFL Red Zone Rule, all under the same umbrella. Okay. Also like to say that all three parts were all like basically live takes. There were no reruns done. Okay, and they were hard to do, and I apologize for that. You know, for some of the poor lighting in the second part with Jarrett. It's the only time I could get them, and it's very harsh lighting, and we couldn't like flip the set or anything like that. So anyway, I'm using an old camera. It's not HD 1080. It's much lower resolution, but I actually like it. It was given to me as a gift. Okay, with the remote control and the monitor feature, I like it, and I'm still using it. And it's more about the information I'm providing, okay, than the image quality, I believe. So I like to apologize for that, and I wanted to go over, okay, and my second part where I presented the presentation I made to the CFL, my CFL Red Zone Rule, that 18%, that really important 18% guarantee that I actually presented to them during the discussion session period, during my presentation, quite well. And then when I did it on YouTube, I stumbled on it, because I had things scratched out. I was trying to tie it together. So I want to go over that with you again so you fully understand it. So basically, okay, in the red zone, okay, using Spyder's proposed new CFL Red Zone Rule, okay, if a CFL team needs the third down to score a touchdown in the red zone, maintaining possession of the ball, with my CFL Red Zone Rule being an enforcement rule, they have to use the third down, okay? So basically on that 18% guarantee, so that with increase of one more down being used in the red zone if needed, okay, you have first down, second, and third down, so it's a third, a third, a third. So if you take that 54.8%, that 54.8 average percentage of touchdowns scored in the red zone in the 2017 season amongst 9 CFL teams, and multiply it by 33% based on an increase of one more down, you get an increase of 18%. That's guaranteed at that 54.8%. Guaranteed increase of 18%, okay, of more touchdowns scored in the red zone amongst 9 CFL teams, okay, on an average, which would mean it would go from 54.8 to 64.9%, okay, of an average touchdown scored in the red zone amongst 9 CFL teams in a completed CFL season, which would mean there'd be 50 more touchdowns being scored in the red zone for a total of 200 more points. And basically on the 20%, okay, that I presented as well, which is very reachable and very obtainable, that means in the 20% increase there'd be 56 more touchdowns for a total of 224 more points, okay, and on 25% increase, which is still obtainable and still reachable, there would be 70 more touchdowns for a total of 280 more points in the red zone scored than touchdowns, and that's if all single point converts were successful. But that only amounts to 1 point. So those numbers are unbelievable, and 18% is unbelievable and very impactful and a very powerful number. And it is the reason why my CFL Red Zone Rule, okay, would make our three-down game a lot more better, a lot better, and a lot more entertaining, a lot more exciting brand of CFL football to watch and be part of. Okay, so after, okay, I want to go into something. I'm going to have a little fun here with some graphics, changing some images in front. After, because Mr. Armitage, okay, was very interested in the result, the CFL's decision. So after I received that email, shortly after that, I made a meeting with Steve Armitage in Bridgewater at his golf course, okay, and we had a 2-hour meeting, and I actually took a photo of Steve Armitage, okay, and that I have here, okay, that I'm going to find, okay, right now, hopefully, here, where are you? Okay, I probably got to go back out. I thought it was right here. Oh, here we are. Here we are, we're right here. Okay, so there's a picture of Steve Armitage and I at this golf course and having lunch, and we had a 2-hour meeting. And Mr. Armitage, by the way, he's an icon. I mean, 27 Grey Cups, okay, he did. He was probably the best CFL sports broadcaster ever. In my mind, he was this unbelievable, and he had a signature voice. His voice was fantastic. Did a lot of the Olympics. And when you have someone as prominent in sports as Steve Armitage, behind my CFL Red Zone rule stamp approval, and behind it big time, and saying that it would definitely make our CFL game a lot more entertaining, a lot more exciting brand of CFL three-down football to watch. And he said that's what the CFL needs to recognize, that they're selling entertainment and excitement. That's exactly what my CFL Red Zone rule will do, he says, for our three-down game. And you know you have something big when you have someone like Steve Armitage approving my CFL Red Zone rule. Okay, so that's it. I wanted to show you that picture of him. Okay, we're going to have a little more fun, I guess, today on here. Just improvise a bit. I wanted to also say that you couldn't get anybody more Canadian than myself. I just want to tell you that. And my son. I'll go back to my title right now. CFL really dropped the ball. CFL needs Spyder CFL Red Zone rule. This is a BlackBerry, okay? Okay, my son uses BlackBerry. My son and I only watch the CFL. We don't watch the NFL. So what I did for 4.5 years in this project and worked my butt off to come up with this rule was only to make our three-down game better, which it does, big time. Okay, so my son as well said Stampeder season tickets for 10 years, and my son also. That's why I had him answer a question during my YouTube sessions, because he's very capable. Because he actually was the captain of the team. And when they won the Urban Challenge Cup, okay, in Batham AAA, when Sidney Crosby was on the team as well, on the Dartmouth Subways, when my son was on the Dartmouth Subway, Sidney Crosby was on that same team as well, and they were the first midget AAA team in Atlantic, Canada to win a silver medal at the Year Canada Cup. So I think my son knows a little bit about sports. He's very capable in answering questions on CFL three-down football. Okay, so we're very Canadian. The first band I introduced my son to was the Guess Who. Okay, his favorite song is No Time. We've been to Grey Cups together. Okay, like I said, you know, can't get any more Canadian than that. Okay, so what he did, my son actually in the Western Final, of the Winnipeg Blue Bombers, was the same day. Within 2 hours, I put up for the first time my CFL Red Zone rule, okay, presentation on part 1, part 2, part 3. Okay, proposed new CFL Red Zone rule. Spyders proposed new CFL Red Zone rule on YouTube. My son at the Western Final in Calgary against the Bombers, he sent this picture, and I sent it to the TSN panel and their broadcasters and everything, and I said, as you see, Spyder's proposed new CFL Red Zone rule appears, okay, at the Western Final in Calgary. And I said, you can go to YouTube, it's now up on YouTube. I told them all the whole panel, and you know, Henry Burst, all of them, like Dunnigan, I sent it to Rob Black, Glenn Souther, Rob Smith, all of them, okay? And then right after that, okay, there's something else that I sent to them that I want to show you. It's very important. During the Ottawa Red Blacks Hamlin Tiger Cat game, okay, I want to show you what I sent them. Okay, them all. Okay, go. I need to find this. Okay, give me a second. I thought I had the Rob Black one here. I sent it to Rob Black. Hope you can find it here sooner than later. I'm sorry about this. Should have had this organized better. Yeah, here we go. Alright, it's a little time delay, and the headline said, Re-Eastern Final, Red Blacks, okay, fans already booing in the red zone when the Red Blacks refused to go for the touchdown on 3rd down in the red zone. And in the front here, okay, I say Tiger Cats, they marched down right after that and duplicated and the same thing on the 2-yard line, okay, in the red zone, resulting in 2 back-to-back boring, predictable, distasteful, non-eventful, easy chip shot field goals that no football fan wants to see, especially in a 3-down football game. Our 3-down game of football definitely needs Spyder's proposed new CFL Red Zone rule, which is now up on YouTube, which is a much watch under Spyder's proposed new CFL Red Zone rule presentation that I made to the CFL January 31st, 2018. So CFL fans and football fans in general, if you don't want to watch any more undesirable 2nd down stops in the red zone and any more boring, predictable, non-eventful, easy chip shot field goals in the red zone in the CFL, chant loud in the red zone. We want Spyder's CFL Red Zone rule. Creator of the CFL Red Zone rule, CFL superfan Spyder. That's what I sent them. Pretty remarkable, eh? I thought it was pretty cool. So that was, we're having a little bit of fun here, but that, you know, I was really proud of that, really, you know, sending that out simultaneously when the game was going on, the Eastern Final. And by the way, in the Eastern Final in Ottawa, reported by 3 Down Nation, the Red Blacks and the Tiger Cats, the TV ratings were down 50%. Can you believe that? Unbelievable. And in the Grey Cup, the ratings were down 23% by 1 million viewers. 1 million viewers, which is unbelievable. That was reported by 3 Down Nation as well. So, and the field, okay, and this is on the commission of the CFL and the CFL, because the Grey Cup's their bag, their kettle of fish. This is on them. And even Dave Dickinson said they practiced two days prior to the Grey Cup, and he said that it was like an ice rink, right? You know, so the Grey Cup is supposed to be a showcase game, 2 best teams, and the CFL have a field like a skating rink where players have fallen all over the place, injuries are occurring, they could have broke their legs, and it was brutal to watch, and it really hurt the quality of the game, and the Grey Cup game was not very good because of it, okay? It was good for the Stampeders defensively, and they deserved to win. But this is on the commissioner of the CFL, Mr. Ambrosi, and the CFL. And you know, Mr. Ambrosi, you know, you bragged on your road trip about you gotta, and everybody wants it. The fans want it, okay? The owners want it to move the season up a month, okay? Which it should be moved up a month, okay? And because, and then you were bragging about, wow, wouldn't you love to see a Grey Cup game mid-October? You're damn right we would. That'd be phenomenal. Because in the end of October, the last week, our weather changes dramatically across Canada. Right across Canada, it changes, it really gets into winter. Okay? And it's right across. Here in Atlantic Canada, right across. Okay? It's not just out Western Canada. So you were bragging about that, and then all of a sudden at your State of the League address, you say that, oh, in 2020 the Grey Cup's going to be moved up a week. You're talking in both sides of your face. You say one thing, then you contradict yourself and say another, just like you did in my CFL Red Zone rule in my presentation. Said you're going to evaluate and assess it properly, take the necessary time to do it, and use Jeff Hunt's pros and cons theory. You never did any of it, okay? It's just like my son said, it was just a setup, a snow job, just to have me and my CFL Red Zone rule go away. But I'm not going away, as you see. I'm not going in my CFL Red Zone rule, it's not going away. And there's a lot more to come. And Mr. Ambrosi, you said you wanted to make the CFL, you're bragging with your slogan. Your slogan was to make the CFL bigger, better, and stronger. Okay? You know? That's what's your pitch all the time. And you've been commissioner for 2 years. Well, guess what? You're making our CFL 3-down game, you're making the CFL smaller, not bigger. Worse, not better. Okay? And weaker, not stronger. And guess what? The opposite of that would be happening if my CFL Red Zone would have been adopted. Because my CFL Red Zone rule would have made our CFL 3-down game bigger, it would have made it better, a lot better, and it would have made it stronger. Okay? And that is a fact. Okay? And I guarantee you a lot better than what's almost destroyed our game with all the challenge flags that the CFL allowed the GMs and the coaches in the CFL Red Zone rule to be throwing all over our field, and they don't know anything about the entertainment value of our game. And you chose that crap that almost destroyed. Well, it almost destroyed our game, and the CFL hasn't recovered since. A lot of fans walked away, made our game virtually unwatchable. You chose that for my CFL Red Zone rule? Well, guess what? Without fans, the CFL don't exist. And don't say without players, okay, the CFL, because you know what? Without fans, the players don't exist. The players won't be playing in the CFL if there's no fans. And of course, with no fans, there's no CFL. So you have a real voice here. And I want to hear you chant loud, we want Spyder CFL Red Zone rule in the red zone. Okay? It's very important. And we're going to build momentum here. Okay? And this has been building up in the CFL for a long time. Okay? It's been building up in the CFL for a long time. I can tell you right now. Because they're not addressing the issues. Okay? It's a big cover-up in the Canadian ratio, which Jarrett and I got to do a session on. That's very problematic and is killing our game for many reasons. We're going to go over that too, because you're not aware. It's been a big cover-up because they won't acknowledge it's a serious problem. Okay? Okay? No other professional league has it, including MLS soccer. Okay? And it's old school, and it doesn't work in today's professional sports world. And we're going to sports leagues and in today's professional sports world. And Jared and I are going to go over a whole session, and we're going to lay it out and on the line and give you the real facts about how the CFL Canadian ratio doesn't work in today's professional sports world, and how it's killing a CFL 3-down game, and how it's not allowing the best players like every other professional sports league to be recruited. Okay. And the best talent, and allow them to play at every position, to start and play at every position, okay, for an entire game in the CFL, like every other professional sports league can, okay? So we're going to do that, Jarrett and I, okay? And another thing that the CFL hasn't done, okay? It's like Mr. Armitage says, they don't want to change, right? And they don't want to realize that they're selling entertainment and excitement, okay? And They haven't brought in a rule that's going to make our CFL 3-down game itself better and make it more entertaining and full of drama, and more exciting brand of CFL 3-down football, okay, to watch and be part of, like my CFL Red Zone rule does. Now they brought in like everything that would like practically destroyed our CFL 3-down game with all these ridiculous challenge flags over my CFL Red Zone rule. So it's very important here, okay, that I get this message out, and it's very important, as you see, the CFL really dropped the ball here. The CFL needs Spyder's CFL Red Zone rule. I just want to check to see if, like, I'm just ad-libbing this, improvising this, to check to see if I've covered everything I wanted to say here. Okay? because I want to get this all off my chest. And it's very, very important. Okay. Also, I want to say something also that I think you should be aware of. Okay. Three Down Nation said something about Bo Levi. The CFL is in big trouble with the Alliance Football and XFL coming in. Bo Levi Mitchell leaving, and other really good CFL players leaving the CFL. And I wanted to say something too that I wanted to put up here. Okay, on my diagram, my CFL Red Zone rule on branding. The lack of branding at the CFL, their lack of branding of their product. And you wait till you see the Alliance XFL, their branding. And that's what my CFL Red Zone rule is all about with this diagram. It's about branding. And you know, at the Grey Cup, yeah, they had both team logos in the which they should have, and the CFL Grey Cup logo for the Edmonton, their logo for the Grey Cup in center field. Okay, you saw that. But the problem with the CFL, that's the only time you see dress up. Other than Edmonton's the only other one. Okay, that actually have their field the way it should be. Okay, at center field, their logo and their team logos. Okay, I can see if I can get this up here in my diagram. That's my CFL Red Zone rule diagram with the 20-yard lines outlined in 20. Okay, in red. Okay, and I'll get into that in a second. I just want to go over that branding issue with the CFL. Okay, by the way, Mr. Ambrosi and the CFL, you want to sell your game, your branding and your marketing is brutal, okay? All right? There should be no excuses here either, okay? The Alouettes pay a lot of money in rent to the main tenant or any CFL team in any stadium. Center field should be off limits, okay? The naming right partners, they have a lot of other places to put their brand, but not center field. You think the NHL, the NFL would do that? That's where the team logo has to go. CFL home games, they get their team logo like in Edmonton. And it's got to be consistent in every CFL stadium. And their team logos in the end zone. Okay? And by the way, your CFL logo, you can't even see it in the end zone. Go back to the old logo like in the diagram. Or redesign it with more color. And by the way, with the ball, take the ugly amateur white lines off the ball. Nothing against high school amateur football and so forth, and college football, but it's more meant for, okay, minor league or college football or high school football, not for professional football. Take the ugly lines off the ball, make the ball browner than it is because it's showing pink or reddish on the screen, and come up with a new colorful logo and start looking more professional, have a professional football. I got to say, looking ball. I got to say the NFL got a great looking ball. They have, okay, and so that's the thing on branding. And so you can see my CFL Red Zone rule. And Mr. Johnson, by the way, was really behind my CFL Red Zone rule, and he was senior VP of football operations and VP of officiating too. And he wasn't the reason for all these challenge flags. It was GMs and the coaches on the CFL Rules Committee. They don't know anything about the entertainment value of our game. But Mr. Johnson did, and he was really sold my CFL Red Zone rule and wanted to make it part of our CFL 3-down game. And he said that he was really loved this diagram, so we could do that on the field, and they would do that on the field. And getting back to branding and marketing, and TSN could put a graphic and tag with a sponsorship tag over the 20-yard line in red, okay? When the CFL team's in the red zone to generate more revenue for the CFL, for their owners, and for TSN, as well as my CFL Red Zone kit. Same thing. Apply the same type of stunning, eye-catching graphic with a sponsorship tag. That's marketing and branding, okay? And look at the money they could have generated with the CFL Red Zone Rule merchandise. Unbelievable. But CFL, this has been building up and building up and building up. You're doing a lot of things wrong, and you need to change. You need to recognize that you need to change, like Steve Armitage said. Okay? So what I'm going to do, I'm going to close off now, and like you're going to see me start building this up towards, okay, I'm going to be on radio a lot, social media, and building my CFL Red Zone Rule up coming into the 2019 season. And also, I'm going to be in the Grey Cup. We're going to have like people with CFL Red Zone hats, 5 of us with CFL Red Zone Rule banners, and okay, and you're going to see that. Okay, you're going to see that. Actually, I have something here. I don't know if I can get it in or not. That's the thing. If I don't get it in, I don't get it in. It's a good chance I won't get it in here, because I'm going to time out. Probably going to time out very soon. But as I'm doing this, we're going to do some workshops. I'm going to have a magnaphone. We're going to be parading everywhere, in every festivity, all over the Grey Cup, inside the stadium, with my CFL Red Zone Rule banners and our crew, and we're going to be promoting it, right? And just in a nutshell, I'm going to read you this. Spyder CFL Red Zone Rule, complemented with a new compatible CFL Red Zone kit. This is going to be one of our new banners. So, football fans, if you want no more distasteful two down football stops in the red zone, and no more boring, predictable, non-eventful, easy chip shot field goals in the red zone, in the CFL, chant loud in the red zone. We want Spyder's CFL Red Zone Rule. We want Spyder's CFL Red Zone Rule, because we're coming at you. And you're gonna see us. We're gonna be at the Grey Cup. We're gonna be everywhere. So we're gonna do some workshops. You can ask questions. We're gonna promote it. You're gonna hear our magnaphone. You're gonna hear that message right there. It's gonna be on one of our banners. We're gonna have 2 banners. We're gonna be out there. We're gonna be electrifying. And you know what we want? We have people marching with us too, right into the Grey Cup at the State of Address, Ambrosie State of Address. Okay, marching real. And we want Spyder's CFL Red Zone Rule. We want Spyder's CFL Red Zone Rule. We're going to do it in the stadium. We want thousands and thousands of people to march with us, okay? So, okay, I'm going to be signing off now, okay? But that's what our main objective is here. And that's what we got to do together. And you're going to have a big voice, and you can be part of it. And I want you to parade with us and get behind us, okay? And we need your support. Remember, without fans, the CFL doesn't exist. And with fans, we can have Spyder's proposed new CFL Red Zone Rule, which is now going to be Spyder's CFL Red Zone Rule, made part of our CFL 3-down game. Take care.